share with us now. All right, let's see here. News here, thunderstorm warning for Amelia, Chesterfield, and Dinwiddie counties out here. Do I push next? Oh, let's go back to Brandon real quick. Yeah, this storm it's looking good. It's looking better every second. Oh, there's a new wind report coming in. Go ahead, Y'allbot. You read that one.
Hey, Ryan. Got one for you. A thunderstorm wind gust was just clocked at 63 miles per hour out in Pope County, Minnesota. This was about 14 minutes ago, a bit south of Starbuck, picked up by one of the Mesonet stations there.
All right, so speaking of the storm reports, these are the most significant ones that we've gotten so far. Out here in Mechanicsville, Virginia, about an hour ago, a large tree fell on a house. Okay, so most of these reports are coming from that area. This one's from Atlee, Virginia. Parts of I-295 are blocked. Now, this was about, a little bit over an hour ago, so keep that in mind. But there was a tree down on the roadway. And then over here in Flat Rock, Illinois, we've also got some interesting stuff here going on with emergency management reporting that there were parts of the road closed due to standing water covering the entire road. Can I send a photo? Yeah, you can send a photo. Pics at ryanhallyall.com. Pics at ryanhallyall.com. Yeah, there are some storms coming to Charleston, West Virginia pretty soon here. They're below severe limits right now, though. Below severe limits currently. Yalbot, tell us what's going on real quick. I got a couple more things to do.
You've got two main acts on stage right now. Act 1 is in Virginia, where a line of storms is giving the whole Norfolk Metro a hard time. That's over 1 million people. Act 2, the headliner, is in Minnesota. We're talking considerable damage to net. 70 miles per hour winds, possible tornado. The stuff people are actually here for. Our WIS is a kinda spicy 70, but it's about to take a quick breather as an old warning dies. Don't blink, though. The main event in that enhanced risk is just getting started. Your move.
All right, let's see what's going on with Brandon Kopic here.
On this right edge is really blocky. Nicely formed, but I can't. It looks a little scuddy.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a scuddy wall cloud at this point. I'd safely call it that.
These things should turn southeast at some point, shouldn't they?
And move more due easterly, I think.
That's got a little bit of a point on the edge there.
I have beautiful look on this thing from looking from the east.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a lowering on the northern side of that wall cloud. I'm kind of tempted to go get closer to it.
From my vantage point, the whole thing looks about equally as well. It all looks good.
This still looks good to me. I would say prime tornado time. If we're going to have tornadoes coming out of these things, we're probably still an hour or so out.
I know it's not warned yet.
I don't know what the official thing is, but it's not moving very quick.
All right, chat, let's hear it from you guys. You want to get closer, or should we kind of wait and let it come to us? What do you guys want to hear? What do you guys want? Do we wait for it, or do we get aggressive with it?
All right, we got a new warning real quick I want to talk about here. And then we'll go back to looking at that storm. Charles City, Gloucester, and James City counties Gloucester County in Virginia now under a severe thunderstorm warning. We've got several people in the path of this one. 122,000 people in the path. Take shelter immediately. And this is not that storm. This is a storm back up towards South Dakota that we're continuing to watch. The main event today is going to be happening back up here in Minnesota, back into portions of South Dakota. This is going to be an interesting thing that we've got going on over here between Henry and Watertown. That's where the rotation's really starting to pick up, where Brandon is right now. And that's why we've got such an interesting presentation on the base of that storm. If we're going to have a tornado in the near future, it's probably going to happen with this storm, and it's going to happen right in front of Brandon here. So we're going to continue to follow him as the storm moves through. How you guys doing, chat? Gloucester? Okay, I got it. Yeah, we're just getting started. I started early, just talk about the stuff in Virginia. It will probably be here for a while, though, to be honest with you. We will probably be here for a while. This stuff is going to last well into the night. Will there be? Yeah, this will make it over there to Minneapolis. It'll be a while, but it'll make it over there for sure. Oh, yeah, it's coming together nicely. Look at that. Yeah, there's a chance that we go live again tomorrow, too. If we get another upgrade from the Storm Prediction Center, it's definitely something that we really can't rule it out. $12-hour stream. I mean, anything's possible. I don't know if it'll be that long, but we are definitely going to be here until the storms make it to Minneapolis, more than likely. Yeah, this thing's coming together pretty nicely here. Here's an interesting photo from West Virginia. This is from Mara in Summerco, West Virginia. This is another one of those situations where we've got what I was referring to as a dangly bit. You might call this scud coming out of the cloud here. That's not a tornado. A lot of people will see this and think, "Oh my gosh, tornado!" And honestly, kind of looks like one. But what we're really seeing here is a shelf cloud. Lots of warm, moist air, kind of rising over the cool air that's escaping from underneath the storm. And sometimes you just get these areas of condensation that kind of hang down to the ground kind of creepily, and they resemble tornadoes from certain vantage points. Now, this right here is more what a tornado might look like before you actually get a tornado. So Brandon's feed here is quite special right now, as he's pretty close to this, and it literally is about to produce a tornado. If the storm can stay in this environment and just keep cranking like it's been doing, and nothing comes in here and kind of interacts with it or interferes with it, it's going to be a tornado producer more than likely. Here's another look at Collinsville, Virginia, around 4 p.m. Another ominous cloud there. Steffi has got some cool-looking clouds up there in St. Joseph, Minnesota. Once again, if you guys want to send stuff in, do that over at pics at ryanhallyall.com. PICS at ryanhallyall.com. Oh, here's some Mammatus clouds. Nice. This is out there in Starbuck, Minnesota. This is from Jared B. Thank you so much for sending that in. All right, new warning New warning just came in. This is for Candy, Ojai, Meeker, and Renville counties in Minnesota. We've got a good 58,000 people in the path of this one. This one's going to be pretty intense when it comes through, okay? So get ready for this. In Wilmar and Litchfield, we're talking about 70-mile-per-hour winds. We are talking about a tornado being possible, 1-inch hail, considerable damage threat here. Considerable damage threat here. And we've actually got some stuff in the path. Let's talk about that. Centricare Rice Memorial Hospital, Litchfield Senior High, the Big Candy Ojai Lake Park Campground. My goodness. And then also we've got the Park Village Mobile Home Park and the Bill Taunton Stadium. Bill Taunton Stadium is in the path of this. So if you are in the path, make sure you are getting indoors and you're staying away from windows. This is one of those things where you're going to have 70-mile-per-hour winds, tons of lightning, and it is producing damage. We just got this damage report in. Grain bins buckled near Sunberg. You kidding me? Grain bins buckled near Sunberg. That's what's happening here with these intense winds coming into Norway Lake right now. If we inspect the velocities, the strongest winds right now are likely bearing down on New London. New London, Green Lake, Spicer, Candy, Ojai, Wilmar. You guys are all about to get hit by a wall of wind that is capable of buckling grain bins. Thank you. Thank you so much. We got food, y'all. We got food. Thank you. Love you. All right. Storm Runner's got a great view of the base of our storm over here. This one is the one that's over there in South Dakota. And the rotation is coming together here. Look at this. It's broad right now, but there you go. Storm Runner Media is a little bit closer to Watertown and Rowville. But he's got this, he's looking at the same storm that Brandon is, essentially. And it's about to get plumb wild. I don't even know what I got. We got some sort of pasta dish, and it looks great. You guys want to see? No? Okay, well, I'm going to show you anyways. Hey, bulls. Hey, bulls. And we got some kombucha. Now, I'm not a big kombucha drinker, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it since she gave it. She sent it. I do like it, but it's going to be a stream first. Usually it's just water, liquid IV, or Diet Coke. But today we've got kombucha. Holy smokes! Brandon's view here is, oh wow! All right, let's listen in.
This thing has got incredible motion, guys.
Wow.
Look at this.
Here we go, guys.
Check this out.
This is the storm in South Dakota. This is the one up there. The rotating part of the storm here is near Henry.
Going to move southeast. Ross, you can.
I'm going to flip around, chat, because this thing's getting close, and I want to stick with it.
Southern area is rapidly rotating.
Yeah, it's getting crazy.
That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at down here to the south. This is looking better. Oh, we may have a funnel, a possible funnel in the middle. Yeah, we are getting close to tornado. It's organizing in the middle of that, rising scud in the shape of a bowl, rapid rotation.
Are you seeing it on the northern circulation or the southern? I'm driving away from it right now.
Southern circulation has an intermittent.
So the storm that we're looking at here has no warning on it whatsoever. It doesn't even have a severe thunderstorm warning yet. I'm assuming that that will happen soon, but we might even need a tornado warning at some point in the near future here. I mean, goodness, yeah, look at this. You don't even have to, honestly, you can't really tell that's happening right now just from looking at the radar. This is why it's so valuable to have storm chasers.
Maybe I can't confirm if it's down behind me. It is awful close.
Yeah, that's going to be down quick.
Rapidly rotating Cinnamon Bun above it. I'm watching for ground surge.
Again, just it's funneling again.
Okay, here's what it looks like a little bit more from a distance, and you can see the funnel that they're talking about. This is from Storm Runner Media's point of view. So if this touches down, it's going to be happening pretty close to the town of Henry, South Dakota, and it'll be moving in the direction of Kampeska, and also Watertown. The town of Watertown needs to be watching this for sure. Yeah, it's coming down.
Here it goes.
So, y'all, if you're just now tuning in, this is a live look at Tornado Genesis here. Our first tornado of the day is likely about to happen. In fact, meteorologist Andy Hill just put out a y'all watch. If you've got y'all mode on in weather-wise, you just saw that come through. We're talking about low confidence right now in a tornado warning, but I would say that if the National Weather Service is watching this, if they're seeing some of this stuff happening, you know, they might be a little bit more inclined to pull the trigger on that here than just off of the radar presentation, because you can definitely see that we have rotation here, but it looks a lot more broad than what it actually is. There's a very tight, concentrated area of rotation that we're watching here from Brandon Stream, and that's where that tornado is going to try to happen here in the near future.
Yeah, I think the southern attempt may have failed. It looks like that funnel just fell apart. This thing is very, very close to imminent to putting down something strong, though.
Oh, Andy just upgraded to high confidence. High confidence, y'all watch now. That tornado warning is going to come through soon, y'all. I'm going to try to take a couple bites before we get into
this thing is
full
so
tornado
close
mode.
right behind us. Rapid rotation. Rapid rotation.
I'm gonna get down to 10.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We're about to have. I
A
can
new
hear the
tornado
RFD
warning
surge.
has been issued.
And there's the warning. All right, we just had the warning get issued
I
there.
can hear the RFD surge.
For some reason, I didn't get audio on that, but let's inspect the warning now. Okay, so we officially have the tornado warning polygon. Thank you, meteorologist Andy Hill, for the early heads up there. But the actual tornado warning is out now, and let me load those details really quick. This is going to be for Coddington County, South Dakota, and that's going to be for the next 35 minutes. So this does include a little bit of the western side of Watertown, and it includes all of the town of Kampeska. It does not include Henry, but Henry, y'all should be watching just in case. But man, this thing is honestly, everything's coming together for a big tornado here. So Brandon's right in the right spot, exactly where you'd want to be to see a tornado happen. So let's watch. I mean, it should be coming down here, you know, moments. We're talking about, I wouldn't be surprised if 30 seconds from now we had a tornado on the ground. Look at this.
Clark, South Dakota. At the Aberdeen Regional Airport, yesterday, 0.04 inches of rainfall were recorded.
One second. Let me fix something real quick. Okay, yeah, here we go. We've got ground contact now.
July 27th, 0.0
Tornado in progress. Tornado in progress.
Midnight.
So, guys, this is happening live. This is happening right now. This is what's happening on the ground with a tornado that we have moving into the Kampesca and Watertown, South Dakota area. And it's going to be a big one. It already looks big, but nothing's getting in the way of this one.
Almost got bad.
Here's another vantage point.
And marking air remains in place with a heat advisory for the rest of the area into this evening. But a frontal boundary
Wow.
moving south through the region will signal.
So once again, if you're just now tuning in, we've got a tornado warning for Cottington County, South Dakota. And that's what we're looking at here with our tornado that we can see on the screen, and then also the polygon that you see above my head. Everybody in the polygon needs to be taking shelter. They're probably going to upgrade this to observed here very soon. But right now, believe it or not, this is a radar-indicated tornado warning. Once again, just a testament to how valuable these storm chasers are. Let's listen in. Let's see if Storm Runner Media say anything. Thankfully, I'm not seeing it hitting anything right now, but it's definitely getting closer to some structures as it moves off to the east. It's not moving very fast. It's moving to the south and east, but we're going to keep an eye on where it's heading next. Some of the... Oh, man. I just had a little bit of a power flicker here at the weather house. Hopefully we don't lose power. That'd be something else, wouldn't it? All right, so some of the things that are in the path of this include, but are not limited to, okay? This thing's going to wobble around a lot, so don't get too caught up in these specific locations. But if you are anywhere in the polygon, you need to be taking shelter. But specifically, if you're near the Watertown Regional Airport or the Prop Stony Point campsite, you got to get to shelter very quickly, okay?
New
This is
information.
a dangerous storm.
This
We've got about
tornado
4,500
warning
people
has
in
been
the path.
upgraded.
This is definitely the kind of tornado that's going to do
A new
significant
tornado
damage.
warning has been issued.
If it keeps going, and man, it's going to keep going, ain't it?
A new PDS
Wow.
tornado warning has
All right,
been
we
issued.
just got another tornado warning really quickly. I know, actually, I'm going to keep this up. We just got upgraded to a PDS tornado warning on this one, okay? So here we go. We've got
New
a PDS
information.
tornado
This
warning for
tornado
Cottington
warning
County,
has
South
been
Dakota.
upgraded.
Everybody in Kampesca and Watertown needs to be running to shelter. Run, don't walk, okay? This is an incredibly dangerous situation. We've got a tornado on the ground here. It is currently crossing over the space between, it's crossing over Highway 23 right now. The road that Brandon Kopic's on right here, this is Highway 23. It's then going to go over towards 170th Street, sorry. Then it's going to go down towards Kampesca, or Kampesca, however you say it. Specifically between North Shore and Kampesca, north of Goose Lake, north of Pelican Lake. And if you know where Pelican Lake is, if this makes it all the way over there to Watertown, that's where it's going to enter from. Daggone, son. Phew, my goodness. How many incredible views like this has Brandon had this year? This is crazy. Thankfully, right now, it's kind of hitting a bunch of nothing. Let's hope that continues. But unfortunately, this is getting a little bit too close for comfort for me. This is getting very close to a pretty populated area in South Dakota. Man, this thing is ripping up something right now. What was that? What the heck was that? All right, let me get some mesoscale information here. And remember, we looked at that.
Big time debris, chat.
We looked at that, violent tornado parameter earlier, and it was maxed out, right? A lot of times, whenever And that's really unfortunate for the people out here in the path. I'm really hoping that we're doing a good job of getting in front of people. Once again, if you know anybody that lives out here, let them know that this is an emergency. This is a big deal. We've got a tornado, a killer tornado, potentially heading down towards a pretty populated area between Kempesca and Watertown in South Dakota. And this is the first of probably a couple of tornadoes that we're going to have tonight. Now, really quickly, we've got another tornado warning that was just issued not too long ago, and this one looks pretty serious too. I'm going to keep Brandon above my head. We're going to come right back to him, okay? But over here in Candy, Ojai, and Meeker counties in Minnesota, we also have a tornado warning. This is going to go for 30 more minutes, okay? And this is for Mananaha, sorry, and Litchfield, okay? So make sure you are taking shelter out there if you haven't already. This is going to be a dangerous.
You didn't stop, so.
This is in Minnesota.
Bidding.
Whoa. And Meeker counties.
Not right now, James.
Minnesota. We've got a powerful area.
All you do.
And a potential
What is this
coming
emergency?
soon. You got to take shelter for this now. And then, of course, we have our PDS tornado warning, our particularly dangerous situation, which is what we're watching from Brandon Kopic's point of view here.
Hold on.
Once again, the
I might start
Watertown
coverage in a
Regional
minute.
Airport directly in the path. The Prop Stony Point campsite is directly in the path as well. If you're at a campsite, if you're near Goose Lake or
Brandon
Pelican Lake,
Kopic,
you're in
Are you
a
fucking
very dangerous
retarded?
spot right now. You got to take shelter immediately.
He is.
Brandon Kopic, we got a strong tornado coming right at us.
Buddy, it's not even
That is-
PDS warned. Get your ass out of here. It is not.
What are you using to
It,
show?
it is
PDFs?
PDS warned. It is PDS warned. It says this is a
Who is that?
particularly
Somebody
dangerous
real
situation. It is
close
PDS
up there.
warned.
I think they think that's Brandon, but that's not
I
Brandon.
need to look.
Somebody's parked right next to the daggone thing. You see that?
Unless you're
That's
looking in
not
the wrong
smart.
state.
This thing's gonna get bigger and it's gonna get bigger fast.
Here, I'll share my whole screen. He's talking
here's
about
another,
this cell right here.
Vantage point from a little bit more of a distance. My goodness.
Talking about this one.
Holy smokes.
You even got Tim Charles.
Once again, if you're just now tuning in, this is a live look at a tornado that's forming right now, and it's getting violent
Oh,
as
it's
it gets
down
closer
there.
to the Watertown,
Okay. Yeah.
South Dakota area. This is going to continue to be a big tornado.
Dude,
as it moves
thank
off to
God
the
Brandon's
east,
like right in the
southeast.
rotation. This
Currently
is good
it's
news.
crossing over Highway 23.
We got
I
Tim
can't see any
Charles.
rotation
North
marks
Shore
on
is
it.
another place that needs
Oh,
to be
because
taken
I'm using
care
the
of.
wrong radar.
Everywhere in between.
Well, I see it. I can even see a
Yeah,
hook on
she's
it.
rotating.
It's got
So,
debris ball.
Some of the places that
Correlation
are
coefficient.
potentially going
See
to get
that?
hit
Got
here
debris.
are including the Copland waterfowl production area.
Michael, you should not be.
That
Oh my
is in the
God.
path here, the waterfowl production area, and then the Stormseth Dirt Works, Watertown,
Yeah, that's why
Lab,
there's a
and
debris ball.
the Daigle Steel
a deep
construction
blue
area
one,
is
too.
also
James,
in the path.
do you radar at all, or do you just sit
Okay,
there
yeah,
and
something just
crazy
got hit there.
when something ever happens?
That could have
Shouldn't
been,
you be streaming
that
right
could have
now
been a
too,
bunch of
bro?
different things.
Hmm.
There's actually it's not a very
curious.
populated area that we're looking at here, but there's
That's
scattered
on
branches
Dude, it's
and
not
forest
streaming,
and stuff
bro.
all over the place. It's going to be hard for this
Why
to
so
miss.
scary?
This is not going to be one of those tornadoes that just doesn't hit anything. It's going to hit some stuff periodically
Debris
here
ball.
while it's
Lovely
out here in
caves
these
on
Yeah,
fields.
no, it's got a
Closer it
TVS
gets to
icon.
Kempesca
Let's
and
go.
North Shore, the
Radar
more stuff that's
has
gonna
detected
have,
that it should have an
available to it, I guess, to hit.
TVS icon.
They should order.
It's like,
They should order it.
Green, do I have absolute
Once
on,
again, if you're
full
just
on
now
to
tuning in,
ping,
this is
whole entire
live. This
weather
is
ping
happening
shit
right now
channel?
in South Dakota,
Yeah.
in Coddington
So you
County,
have the forecast,
South
bro.
Dakota. We've
Yeah.
got a PDS
James, you're not
tornado warning.
don't say
This is a
yeah.
particularly dangerous situation. We've
Yeah.
got a
Long way
You
south
always
tornado
saying that with
warning.
us, man.
Pretty much paralleling Highway 8, moving to the east on Highway 8 towards North
this
Shore.
South Dakota?
The town of Watertown, South Dakota, is not under this tornado warning, but it is possible that we might, have this move that far east here in the near future.
so
Lots of
those are the
debris here.
icons.
Let's
Oh,
go, Alex. Oh no. Oh no.
radar
I
icon.
did not mean to close that door that loud.
Yeah, whatever it hit there is
Oh
big. and
my
it's,
God,
it's,
oh
it's in a
my
million
God.
pieces now. I don't know what it was.
Oh,
Once
it didn't
again,
ping me because I don't have the
there's a
weather.
lot of little structures that it could have been.
You think?
See,
Yeah, no, it definitely hit a house. As a matter of fact,
Who keeps joining and rejoining, bro? Fucking choose one,
Yeah,
will
so
ya?
one of these guys
Also,
are
yeah,
get
no.
smacked by
it's
something. big.
Indoraptor.
This is honestly too close. to
also,
Storm
yeah,
Arena
no,
is
it
at
definitely hit
little
a
bit of
house. I'm saying where it's
better,
crossing.
location, I would say.
So,
It looks like it's
Okay.
trying to go multi.
what do you mean there's a?
Yeah, that's
It's
from what I can
back to
tell,
being
that's the best
multi
I
again,
can
it looks like.
gather as well.
Yeah, no, it hit a house. I think it hit this house right here.
Holy
Oh
smokes.
my
What do you
God.
mean?
I mean,
There's a
this is crazy.
TDS tornado
This is
warning
crazy
for me.
how
What do you
often
mean?
we've had situations like
You'll
this.
probably be fine,
This
buddy.
year. The 2025 has been the year of the flood
still
and the
PDS,
tornado, man.
still.
This is absolutely plumb wild.
He's
No,
an
I'm
And once
south.
again, it's
south.
unfortunate. Hopefully something happens here and this thing occludes. Something
I-
needs to
I-
happen here before it gets to North Shore and Watertown.
Don't lie.
No, he's got some range.
I actually don't have a basement or a shelter.
The way this thing's going, it's going to go straight into
Absolutely. Follow
Watertown.
Brandon's advice there. Get to your safe spot as this gets closer to North Shore. Inspecting this a little bit more on radar.
It's
you
already
can see
too
your
close. It's
velocity
too
coupling,
late.
And it's
Watertown,
moving
that's a
pretty much
populated
due
city.
east at this point. It's
That
not moving
has,
very
like-
Look
much,
how big this
thankfully.
place.
But
It
it
has
is
an
probably
airport.
going to follow
Let me see.
the path of the parent
I've been to
supercell here,
Watertown
which is
before. It's
moving
very
east.
nice.
And if that continues, that's
Yeah.
eventually going to try to take it all the way down there towards Watertown. So Watertown, South Dakota, you got to be taking shelter. You got to be getting there. If you haven't gotten there already, you got to go now. Run, don't walk. You want to get into
Watertown
that
has a
most
population
interior
of 22,000.
room. Put as many
780.
distance between you and the outside world as possible. You want to preferably get into a storm cellar or a basement, but if you don't have
Storm
that,
chases
interior bathroom or
Bro,
closet, whichever
imagine
one has the least amount of
that tornado
glass.
happened for me.
And,
My
you
city
want
has
to
two.
wear a
My
helmet.
city has
Put on shoes. A lot of people
200,000.
don't think about this, but if you get hit by a tornado,
Yeah, you're the
might have to
freaking
evacuate
state
your home or
capital,
wherever
dude. What do
you're
you
staying. You might have to
expect?
walk over broken
No,
glass, splintered wood,
No, the state
and
capital
stuff
is
like
here.
that.
I
And
live
you
in
don't want to do
Sioux
that in your
Falls.
Crocs,
I
your
live in
socks, or
Sioux
your
Falls.
flip-flops,
State
especially
capital
not
is here.
barefoot. So put on a good pair of shoes.
What do you want?
Get to your safe spot.
You
Protect
sent me
your
an
head,
invite
wear a
to a
helmet
game
if
that
you've
I
got
do
one.
not have.
Bring the mattress.
I know.
Put that over your head.
New
The only way
tornado
you're gonna
warning.
get hurt in a situation like this is by flying.
A
into
new tornado warning has been
All right,
issued.
We just got a new
Is that
tornado
really
warning.
Yes,
Let's
Lord.
inspect that real quick, and we'll come right back
Real?
to this. Okay, we got a new tornado warning now for Meeker and Stearns counties in Minnesota. Now these storms are getting close to Minneapolis. We've got another
Minneapolis
kind
is
of
going to be in
mesoskeleton
danger in a
system
little
that's
bit.
east of the tornado-producing storm, or the one that
Skill
we're watching
issue.
from Brandon. That's now producing tornadoes over here in Meeker and Stearns counties.
Okay,
in
we
Minnesota.
might
Take
have
shelter in
a
Paynesville,
destructive soon.
Roscoe, Eden,
Large
Valley,
winds moving into
Watkins,
Forecast City.
Cold Spring, and Kimball. This
What-
is an
wait,
incredibly
what radar are you
dangerous
guys
storm. You want to take shelter, just like I was talking about with the PDS tornado warning, which, by the way, continues for 22 more minutes. Look at this, guys. We got a big debris signature here now. You can see all that debris being lofted into the air quite clearly on radar now as this moves down towards Kampesca and North Shore and Watertown in South Dakota. This is an incredibly dangerous situation. Take shelter. If you haven't already, run. Don't walk.
Connor, do you have a copy?
Yeah, I'm hiding.
Copy. Was that a home that got hit, or was that an outbuilding? I didn't see much home structure.
I could not tell. I could not tell for certain.
From what I can tell. Oh, is this going to do the
Oh,
thing?
it's roping out. It's starting to rope out, chat. Starting to rope out.
Look at it dance there.
It's doing a little dance.
Unbelievable.
Watch out for weird occlusion behavior.
Yeah, there's something that these guys are going to watch out for is
Yeah, is that
as
you
the
directly behind me? Pull
occlusion
beside
happens
me,
or as
that
this
way if I have
rope
to
out
back up,
happens,
I
it
don't
can
hit
kind of
you.
flail around and go in unpredictable motions. Dang. All right, so this is one of the things that's good. Hopefully, this occlusion here will keep the tornado off the ground as it goes past Watertown. But there's also a chance that it doesn't last very long and this stays on the ground all the way over there. So hopefully, people in Watertown, South Dakota, are getting ready.
Okay. Alex, pull up next to me.
Yeah, that didn't last long. It's coming right back.
Just in case I had to back up. You're good. You're good.
Dang. And by the way, observed considerable damage threat tornado warning, PDS tornado warning for Cottington County, South Dakota continues for 19 more minutes.
You win the tornado.
Who's
Watertown
right there?
Regional
Who's
Airport
right
and the
there
Prop
almost
Stony Point
into it?
campsite are in the path. The road that this is crossing right
It's
here,
about
I believe
to.
this is,
It's on the verge of it right
Street.
now.
You might know this is
How
State
do you
Road 10,
fail out? How do you fail?
but that's what it's going over right now. So it's kind of got a little bit of a southerly component to it right now. It just moved pretty much due south across that road.
Is it water spouting?
Which it's putting it closer to Kempiska. Gosh, man, it's getting bigger again, ain't it?
Because it looks like it's water spouting
The
now.
good news is it's not moving very fast. This thing is slow. Slow as... I mean, let's say this does make it all the way over there to Watertown, the people of Watertown should definitely know about it by the time it gets there. Now, it looks like it's picking up some speed now. That's definitely the fastest we've seen it move.
That violent. Oh my god, I'm looking at a stream. That is violent.
We need to make sure everybody's okay. I thought it was an outbuilding. I did not see a house, but I want to be 100% sure. All right, we got to go back west. Okay. I'm going to flip around.
It's not big enough for a tornado emergency. That's the problem.
Crankshaft, please.
Yeah, it's still on the ground. It's hanging on.
House on satellite, then I am going back.
Yeah, it hit a barn or a farm or something. That's all the
There's a cop over here. I'm going to...
It's in Henry.
all the damage that we saw was
In
from
Henry,
a
South
barn,
Dakota
from what
right
I
now.
can tell.
Chat is saying another streamer said it's a farm with a house. Please go back.
It's vi-
Connor, people are reporting it was a house. I'm going back.
me. It sounds.
All right, so Brandon's going to go see if these people need help over here that just got hit.
Get this cop.
Here's another look at it from Stormrunner Media's point of view. And let's, as
I wouldn't be surprised if it's
It's still on the ground, but it looks like it's starting to become choked out.
That we have other warnings in place, okay?
Yeah, no, there it
Over here
goes.
in
It's gonna
Meeker
try.
County,
It's gonna try to rope
Minnesota,
out again.
we
It's
do
choking.
have a tornado warning continuing for 17 more minutes. You got to take shelter out here in Meeker County, Minnesota. This is coming down towards Litchfield.
Yeah, it's
strong
official
damaging
roping.
winds are coming into
I think it's
Mana-
finally choking it out.
Oh damn! Look
I'm
at
sorry,
that!
Manana,
Look at the little.
over here along Highway 22 within the next
That's,
little bit. There's a potential
still
tornado
on
in
the
there as
ground.
well. We also have a tornado warning for Meeker and Stearns counties in Minnesota. There's your rotation over here near
Look
Eden
at the-
Valley. That's moving up
Oh my
towards Watkins
God!
and Cold Spring. Take
It is-
Also,
shelter.
James, why aren't you
This is a dangerous
streaming
storm.
like you usually do?
The most dangerous part of this storm
Because
is
Ryan Hall
gonna
probably
be
kicked
right
him
in
off.
here, right in the core there, where we've got strong straight line damaging winds and also the potential for tornadoes in there.
No.
And yeah, if I zoom out here a little bit, you
Wait,
can
are
see
you-
that
Rose
this
is casually
getting dangerously
multi-VCing in a
close
public server.
to Minneapolis. Okay, so this might be heading down towards
Yeah,
Minneapolis.
I
here
think
soon.
it's dead. I can barely even see it anymore. It's there. It's
still on the ground. If it continues
needs
going,
to.
it's gonna cross I. If it keeps going, it's gonna cross I. Of course you are.
I can't see. 3 years ago. There we go. Good enough. That couplet looks really now. Almost on radar.
Okay, thank you for letting me know.
All right, so let's go back here real quick. We'll look at this from Stormrunner's point of view again. The tornado is continuing. It doesn't look quite as intense as it was a few minutes ago. But what's happening is the supercell that's responsible for this tornado is moving east, right? And the tornado
Nah, I kinda doubt that.
doesn't want to go. It kind of wants to stay
Hey,
in the same
never
spot.
mind,
The
it's trying.
supercell's
It's
kinda
gonna try again.
moving on without it, essentially. And there's some,
You know, some-
unique interactions happening with the outflow boundary that's responsible for the storm being
And
there.
you
It's
realize
still there,
As
but the
supercell moves
couplet is
further east,
really
either the
unorganized.
tornado's going to kind of intensify and
you
kind
know
of
something?
curl up and get closer back
I
to
know
that inflow region or the the big forward flank of the storm, or it'll kind of dissipate, and then we'll see a
Even
new
though
mesocyclone form closer to
Watertown,
the,
that county is in
the core of the storm.
in a heat
and that
warning.
could happen around Watertown. So I still don't know if this will end up going into Watertown, South Dakota, but it's dangerously
would
close.
never.
I don't even
Wouldn't be
see where
surprising to me
Green
that we
is
at least
anymore.
see
He
a
just
tornado
dipped.
warning for the town of Watertown here soon in South Dakota.
He's not even in his office.
Also, great work out there, guys.
Well, this dude does not like people, so he probably ran away because of you. Not surprising, by the way.
Yeah, it looks like it's roping out for the most part. So hopefully we'll get a moment where this stays off the ground. Because once again, let me show you the...
We just look like.
Bright spots
let me
back
show
in the
you
couplet
progression
again.
Here.
Actually, no.
This
he's
supercell's
just like,
not done. The supercell's just now
James, he
getting
actually
started.
just doesn't
You
like
can
to
see
interrupt
how,
people in my video.
the hook
And
here
never
looks less like a
mind.
hook now and more
It
like a dog leg.
is. Yeah, again.
As we're going to see some sort of regeneration here, I believe. Let's hear from meteorologist Andy Hill.
Start keeping an eye toward Indianapolis. This is starting to get a little concerning over here.
Areas south of the KAKQ radar in
Waffle, can we
Virginia,
go to an
west
office?
of Walters, Virginia. There's an
I'm not taking you with it.
ground over there.
Fuck.
At least there was for a brief second, and I think it's still down via differential reflectivity and a correlation.
I'm staying in here
drop. We have no
until I
tornado
decide to
wind
start
over
the
there,
stage.
but,
Then
the storm has cycled once and tried to get down.
I hate the stage.
Scans of velocity, you can see it just to the west. of
yeah,
that
it's already
Yaw Watch.
haunted.
Now we have a really tight couplet right where that Yaw Watch is, and I think that has produced a tornado. In fact, I'm very confident.
Wait,
of
I
it.
think Green
So
had to
I've
go
gone
eat
ahead and issued
because
a
it
Yaw
is
Watch
5
where we have
p.m.
the
for him.
underground
right now.
new warning.
It's a little misaligned.
Right toward
I think-
Indianapolis.
It's very frantic.
I
but
think
just know
Green
it's
had to
moving
go
south
eat some.
towards the
I think
Franklin,
Green had to go
Virginia
eat
area.
because
Portland, Virginia.
is
Expect if this cycles again.
I already
uh,
had my dinner.
To the east.
It's like
so it may
what?
Continue east closer to Carsville
What
as well.
time is
So
it
all
for
these areas
Green?
should
I just
be,
had mine.
thought
What
about
time is it for
and
Green?
considered if you know anyone in that region in Franklin,
He
Virginia.
lives in
it's good to
Utah,
give
you
them
dumb
a
fuck.
heads up because they only have a severe thunderstorm warning right now.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Flood
Meteorologist
mesoscale
Andy Hill with the Yaw Watch.
discussion.
We're saying Y'all watch
It's
out
gonna
down
be
in
like
the
a-
Black
Wow.
Creek areas near
Like
Literally
Sidewalk?
St. Louis last night, chat.
Southampton and Isle of Wight in Virginia. Okay, got a line of storms coming down here. We do have a
Bro,
severe
Waffle,
thunderstorm
look at the
warning,
extreme heat
like Andy
advisory
was talking about
advisories.
there.
It stretches from
But
Mi-
we also
from,
have, but we don't even have a
North
tornado possible
Dakota
tag on that, right?
all
So if
the
there's
way down to
a tornado happening here,
Florida.
like we believe there is.
Your
Your
in
heated
Southern Texas,
dexes are
goes down
nothing
towards Sedley
with
and,
us. We're
Cortland
like
and
all the
places
way
like
over
Franklin
here
in,
getting like
Virginia. They're going to be
113.
caught off guard. So if you know anybody out there, let them know. There's some tornadic activity
Everything.
with this line of storms that's coming in. This is in Virginia here now. With or without a tornado, this is a very powerful storm. Okay, get ready in Windsor, Newsome's, and
You wanna
Suffolk as
cook?
well for just generally 60, 70 mile per hour winds.
I have
also
no
check
clue who
back
that
in on
is.
y'all over here near
If it
Virginia
keeps
Beach.
heading
You
the
guys
way it's
just got
heading,
hit
it's gonna-
in
Oh,
Oh
Virginia.
yeah, I forgot I can't play
Now it's your
Greenville. I'm
turn
banned.
in
Yeah, that
Chesapeake.
couplet's
Okay,
dead
Chesapeake,
now.
Virginia.
It's really weird
It is,
looking on
it's coming
radar
in.
now.
Okay, we got a strong storm capable of producing 60
Bro,
mile per hour
imagine
winds,
if it was actually
coming in
strong and it
right
like kept
All right,
heading
I'm
to-
switching to
into the
GR. This
Chesapeake
might be
area.
a
That's
little
what it
bit better
looks like
help
out
than
there.
this.
As that storm comes in. Severe thunderstorm warning continues for 26 more minutes. Speaking of Virginia, we might as well.
Can somebody
go
tell
ahead
me
and
why I
talk
perfectly
about,
predicted a
this
fart into Green
severe
joining?
thunderstorm warning as well. We got another one back here towards Lynchburg.
Because I
How
literally
about
went
in
like,
Bedford?
and then he just
We
joins.
have a severe thunderstorm warning for y'all. There's about 91,000 people in this one for the next 25 minutes. Get ready.
No, I
for
sent
it.
it to Radar Omega, and it's like,
Very dangerous.
oh, you need
storm
to
coming in here.
put your like you need to pay again. you
And
know, It's
as
been a
far
month.
as
I'm
severe
like,
weather
oh,
goes,
okay.
that's it until you get
I
back up
put-
here
I put it
towards,
in,
Minneapolis.
and
St.
it's like,
Cloud.
okay,
We've got tornado
processing.
warnings all around.
This is
here.
not the original card you paid with, and I'm sitting there like,
So let's come back
Yes, it is.
over here and inspect this.
SVR.
We've got some rotation
2
here.
inch
Once again,
hail.
decent,
Oh
amount of rotation
my.
popping up here near Litchfield on
Bro.
this tornado warning that continues for Meeker and Stearns counties in Minnesota. Stay sheltered for the next 25 minutes.
If it drops down again, it's gonna
It's
probably
too
be-
unorganized for it to look like it's going to try to reproduce. That's the problem.
So let's see if these guys can see anything. The tornado that was with our
Except I
PDS
have a little
tornado
bit of
warning
concerns
has,
going on toward North
lifted,
Shore
but I
because
do
that's
think it's gonna
starting
try to come back together
to.
here.
Something's going on over there.
I do think it's going to try to come back together here very soon.
Oh my gosh. Oh. No. No. Look at the outflow boundary. Oh.
Did the National Weather Service have a high tornado probability?
They issued a new tornado
Not
warning,
necessarily, it
or
wasn't
for some
high,
reason it's
but it was
flashing on my
elevated,
screen.
and because we knew that this
But
had
he
a
says it's
potential to happen.
flashing.
Like, there's no such thing as a 5% hatched risk. You'll hear me talk a lot about 10% hatched risk a lot of times when we're live. That hatched indicator means that there's,
High radar,
the
but
tornadoes
I'm
that
going to
happen
use
could be strong.
KAVR because that's actually
If
closer.
there was such a thing as a 5% hatched risk, and I think there's going to be here soon from the Storm Prediction Center, today would have been a 5% hatched risk because the probability is not incredibly high, but if they were going to happen, they were going to be big. We've already seen one big tornado, maybe two. I'm not convinced that we haven't seen another one in that
Maybe
line
two.
yet. It's closer to Minneapolis.
If it keeps going.
We will see more. There will be more, okay? And unfortunately, a lot of them might happen overnight in the dark. So that's something that we've got to think about as the storm continues to move in.
Why? No one ever watches your streams anyway.
That's crazy, by the way.
It's true.
Epid motion.
Why don't they have a hatch risk for 5? They
Okay, I muted
for whatever
James.
reason that wasn't a part of whenever they implemented it. They didn't do that.
Buddy, you only have one watching you. Why are you... Alright, I'm... So, you're watching your
Yeah,
own...
you can see almost pretty clearly what's about to happen here with our storm. That we've got a little bit of a nudger happening. This thing's going to try to produce another tornado, and unfortunately, it's going to happen right when it gets really close to Watertown.
Sees the flood warning for Pike, Illinois.
Right when it gets really, really close.
I'm
to
not
Watertown.
going to sit at a freaking website all night looking at tornadoes. Just tell me when it's really, really dangerous. Because I'm going to go play a Roblox.
I'm getting a promotion. Hold up. Hold up. Shall we run some numbers real quick? Shall we run some numbers real quick, and then we'll talk promotions, James?
He's calculating, chat.
No, I know you saw the comment, but here's my thing. James, for beginners, I make my own content. Just for beginning. Second, I am approaching triple the size of you.
Yeah, the storm's starting
just
to move
by
a little
numbers.
bit more. And once again, the part of the storm that's rotating is getting closer and closer to Watertown.
I mean,
guys, give me just a second.
I
I
mean-
gotta go.
James.
I gotta go do something real quick.
First off, I'm not part of it. I'm just
Let me
part of
turn
the Discord stuff.
right
Second,
back thing on.
James,
And we'll listen in
there's a
to,
fine line between me and you.
The Brandon here.
I put work in. You sit on your butt, let everyone else do the work.
Yeah, give me.
And
give
you
me
stream
just a
Ryan
second.
Hall.
I'll be right back.
Okay, if I do stream weather, if I do stream my own weather, it's gonna be with these guys here. First off, with their consent, just so you know. If someone doesn't want to be on stream, I have it marked. You have consent. Really. Who said I was talking Ryan Hall? Y'all consent? Because we've already had that conversation. Yeah, this is problem number 3. We'll get into all this later when we're not throwing fits and having severe problems.
Looks like the main area interest is still slightly north of 212.
Well, sirens in Watertown are not going off.
Have you ever considered turning them on? Pause, by the way.
It says the new warning just came out. The tornado threat has diminished and the tornado warning has been canceled. However, large hail and damaging winds remain likely.
Let's try and chill.
And what did I just say, James? I called it.
But Brandon's still. Oh, hold up. Never mind. Mine was behind.
Of course, there's not a camera for water.
Green, did you see the second message I put on his stream?
No, I stopped watching it.
And what'd you do? What
I
is
put hello
James?
from Twisted Interceptors co-owner number 2.
Yeah, I'm on 212 just.
What is James's stream at?
Bro, streaming in a stream in a stream, bro.
mass chaser.
Bro's streaming a stream with weather coverage from Ryan Hall, y'all, and himself. Also, Alex, you might be in the not you,
Rapidly
Waffle,
rotating
but
just
Alex,
north
you
of
might be in the
212,
clear.
just off my northwest.
Yay! Woohoo! Woohoo! But I still am
All right,
dying
so
from
if you're
this
just now tuning
heat.
in, we've got another tornado.
Okay, well, to be fair,
Man,
you're
you should
about to
live.
happen here.
It's
in
summer,
300
bro.
pounds. You're
That's
gonna
what
be
we're
hot
watching
either
from
way.
Brandon Kopic's point of view.
You're hot year round.
But we also have several other
You should
concerning
die faster.
things to talk about here. One of those is we just got a big tornado possible severe
Ouch.
thunderstorm warning issued for about 66,000 people out here just to the west of Minneapolis. This
Oh,
line
yeah,
of
still
storms here,
rotating.
it's currently in
James, I did not give
was it
you
Meeker
consent to
and-
use
and
my
Kearns
voice on
counties or
stream.
Stearns
How dare
counties,
you?
in Minnesota
If
is
you-
capable of producing tornadoes, and it's moving towards Minneapolis. So everybody in Minneapolis needs to be getting ready for a significant damaging event here. We don't know if there's going to be tornadoes, but we do know that this line of storms is going to cause a lot of problems as it gets closer and closer to Minneapolis. Additionally, on top of that, we've got some big-time storms in Virginia that we are concerned about and that we've been watching. We got a strong area of wind coming through Chesapeake right now, past Virginia Beach, moving down towards Blackwater. And then we had what we believe was a brief tornado, or a couple of them, over here north of Cortland in Virginia, and the storm that was responsible for that is continuing to have a little bit of rotation here, and I wouldn't be surprised if we had another tornado situation near Franklin as this comes down. So I would definitely be watching out for damaging winds and potential tornadic activity in Virginia with this line as it comes down closer to the North Carolina border. And we've got lots of storms in between, but nothing quite as intense as what we're seeing up here in South Dakota and Minnesota. So that's why we're kind of focusing on this. Meteorologist Andy Hill has a new y'all watch out here. We got a medium confidence for a tornado warning for the town of Watertown here soon. Watertown, South Dakota is still not under an actual tornado warning yet, but we do believe that that's going to be happening here soon. So Watertown, South Dakota, get ready. Do we have anybody watching from Watertown? It's about to get real out there. Yalabot, go ahead and update us on what's going on there, bub.
Okay, let's get you up to speed. The Midwest is throwing an absolute fit, centered on a nasty supercell in South Dakota.
Yep.
We've got a confirmed dangerous tornado near Watertown, and scanners are reporting a water rescue for a boat on Lake Kempeska. The WIS is a plumb wild 121, but it's living on borrowed time. I'm forecasting a major drop-off in about 10 minutes when that warning expires. So yeah, the situation is dicey, and it's about to change fast. Back to you.
Okay, so I didn't know about the water rescue on the lake there near where that tornado happened. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, so this is getting closer and closer to Watertown here, and unfortunately, every scan, it looks like that we're about to see another big tornado. So hopefully, everybody is in their safe spot. The tornado is likely going to touch down south of North Shore, north of Grover, somewhere near Pelican Lake. So take shelter if you haven't already. This is an incredibly dangerous situation. Here are some photos that we've gotten in. This is from Bruton, Minnesota, as the storm is getting closer. This is that big line of storms that we've been tracking. Another crazy view from David G. in Wausau, Wisconsin. Mammatus clouds. And then we got some stuff going on in Florence, Kentucky as well from Mark. Thank you, Mark, for sending that in. My goodness, y'all. It's already been a crazy day. Oh, here's a video. Oh, wow. Yeah, here's a video of the tornado that we had just a few moments ago near Watertown, South Dakota. This is from Caitlin. Caitlin, thank you so much for sending this in. Yeah, we had a real tornado, like a big one, for a brief period of time there, and it did hit some stuff. As far as I know, as far as I know, Brandon didn't come across anything devastating, but we did have a big tornado here. Thankfully, it's since lifted, but it's about to try to do it again as it gets close to a pretty populated area here near Watertown, South Dakota. Well, the actual tornado that just happened was a little bit down the road from Watertown up here closer to Henry, but now the rotating part of the storm is right here, literally on the western side of Watertown. So if it comes down, it's going to have a lot more opportunities to hit stuff, unfortunately. There's tornado sirens near Watertown.
The whole town out storm spot, and someone's going to get hurt if a tornado like that happens again, because that thing started diving south. That one almost got me. And that thing was violent.
Yeah, my concern was Michael behind me. He was close to me, and it was stopping me from backing up, so that's why I just flipped around.
I mean, he was out of his car when that thing dove south. I mean, I was having a hard time accelerating when I got out of there, so he was about as close as I think you can possibly get without backing up.
So if you're just now tuning in, we're watching a potential tornado try to come together again here near Watertown, South Dakota. We've been watching for a while now several different, instances where this tornado has been on the ground. At the current moment, we only have one tornado warning left. It's only got 12 minutes left on it out here near Kimball in Minnesota. The big thing that we're watching now is this Carver, McLeod, and Meeker County area here where we've got a severe thunderstorm warning that continues for 27 more minutes. This line of storms is going to cause problems as it gets closer to Minneapolis. So y'all get ready for that. Some of the places in the path of this one are going to be the Wright Technical Center, Buffalo Hospital's in the path here, Buffalo Manor East Mobile Home Park. How about you at the Stanley Eddy Memorial Park campsite? Also, the Winstead Municipal Airport and Cummingsfield Outdoor Venue, all in the path of this very dangerous storm. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey, Ryan. I'm just watching that line of storms coming towards the Minneapolis metro, probably about hour and a half, 2 hours out of most of the metro. But we only have a regular severe thunderstorm warning in place there, but I'm seeing some pretty intense winds aloft that are driving the apex of this bow forward. And I think that upgrading this possibly to a considerable severe thunderstorm warning in the future is actually very warranted, even at this point as it approaches the metro. So I know some areas, some local emergency managers may start to sound sirens once we get those upgraded severe thunderstorm warnings for higher levels of wind, greater wind gusts from the National Weather Service. So in the event that does transpire here, we should be ready for that, especially as the apex of the bow heads towards the Delano area.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Meteorologist Andy Hill keeping us updated here on these storms that are getting closer to Minneapolis. We're going to be watching those as they come in. Currently, like you said, we just got that severe thunderstorm warning with the tornado possible tag, but it's looking like some really strong winds are happening here near French Lake, moving down towards Montrose, and that's going to eventually move down towards Elk River, Coon Rapids, and Minneapolis as well. We got 9 minutes left on this tornado warning over here for Chesapeake. Severe thunderstorm warning, and then we've got 9 minutes left on this one over here for Southampton. as well. And we continue to have a low confidence tornado y'all watch here from meteorologist Andy Hill for the next 10 minutes for an area of rotation that's moving due south inside of this. So you're not under a tornado warning in Franklin or Como or the areas here between North Carolina and Virginia near Southampton County, but we've seen a couple different instances where it looks like this is trying to produce a tornado here. So we're just trying to keep you updated on what's going on there. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning right now for Chokio and Morris in Stevens County in Minnesota. Get indoors and away from windows. Once again, the only remaining tornado warning is this little guy over here that's going to go on for 9 more minutes. Yeah, so our Watertown storm, let's go back to it. And, you know, there's no tornado warning associated with this, but the rotation, the part of the storm that would produce a tornado, if it happens like it just did, it's now right over the town. Okay, so all we can do right now, honestly, is just hope to goodness that this thing does not produce a tornado. Because it's going to do some big-time damage if it does. Yeah, you go ahead, y'all bot. Tell us about all those storm reports.
All right, Ryan, buckle up. I've got a major storm report roundup for you. The most serious activity is in Codington County, South Dakota, with a confirmed tornado on the ground near Henry and golf ball-sized hail near Rowville. Right next door, a severe storm cluster is hammering west-central Minnesota with 71 miles per hour wind gusts, significant structural damage, and quarter-sized hail. We also had that earlier, isolated report of a tree down in Goochland County, Virginia.
All right, so pretty much everything that we've been talking about, y'all bot's also hearing about it. Yeah, I'm getting deja vu. This looks very similar to what we were looking at earlier before that big tornado happened. So, unfortunately, now it's closer to a populated area. Here's what it looks like on radar with our velocity. Now, you can see very clearly here that we've got our rotation coming together. It's not tight, but it wasn't tight earlier when we got the tornado either. Not at least on radar. It was in real life. You know what I mean? Here's what it looks like in Atwater, Minnesota. This is coming in from Cat E with the damage photos. Big time tree limbs down there. Huge. That's some very damaging winds that just happened there. What about you in Faber, Virginia? Wow. Thank you for sending that in. And once again, this is a video of that tornado that was down earlier in near Watertown, South Dakota. The storm that produced this tornado, that we're looking at here, is now right over the town of Watertown now. It's not producing a tornado currently, but we believe that it has the potential to, very good potential to, in the near future. So Watertown, you're not under a tornado warning, but I would be right next to my tornado safe spot, just in case. If you want to send stuff in, pics@ryanhaulyall.com. PICS at ryanhaulyall.com. We got an update from Elijah. Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey, Ryan. So we do have a damage report, unfortunately, from the Waterloo tornado. It did destroy a house just to the northwest of Henry. Chasers on site did search and rescue, and no one was found, which is good. No one was home at the time. But that tornado was very strong. It did destroy about a 2-story home completely, with only looks like 2 interior walls still standing.
Okay. Wow. All right, thank you, Elijah, for the update. So the explosion of debris that we saw was likely from that. And by the way, if you weren't tuned in just a few moments ago when we had this big tornado, that was a very, very strong tornado. We're actually, although we did have some structures hit, we're actually very lucky that it didn't hit more stuff, because that is, I mean, that's the kind of tornado that does very widespread destruction. And that's why we're so concerned about Watertown right now. If the storm is able to do that again, it's going to happen over a much more populated area. Thankfully, so far, it's not happening. But it's on the verge of it, and we're watching it as it gets closer. All right, let's check in on some of these other things that are going on here. In South Dakota, we've got 19 minutes left on this severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag. In North Carolina, we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning down here for Cumberland, Hoke, and more counties in North Carolina. This is for about 300,000 people. It includes a little bit of Fayetteville. So we got a pretty decent storm over here near Pine Bluff, and that's moving towards Rayford. So get ready in North Carolina for a strong storm that's approaching Fayetteville right now. Back up to South Dakota. This is our big storm. This is the one that we were most concerned about. Corey Gherkin and Storm Runner Media and Brandon Kopic are all on this as it, once again, it's going right over Watertown right now and moving towards Kransburg.
Yeah, it looks good from like an updraft base perspective, but it's not tornado imminent. I will give it that much. It's definitely not.
3 minutes remain on this warning over here near Chesapeake and Virginia Beach.
There's like a traffic jam up here. I don't know if it's chasing convergence or what, but I ain't dealing with it. That's all I know. 2 miles north of 20 on 2 Conifer. Copy.
Will it get bad in Minnesota? It's already bad in Minnesota. It's bad right now in Minnesota. We got a big time severe thunderstorm warning getting close to Minneapolis over here. That's kind of what we're watching right now. This storm has had a potential or had a history of producing tornadoes, and we're going to continue to watch that be a possibility as it gets closer to Minneapolis. But yeah, all across Minnesota, up here near Morris, we've got some big time stuff going on. Just to the west of Morris, we had a damage report from Chokio and Stevens counties. A power pole's down. Did we just get a new severe? No, that's not new. Okay, yeah, this one is new. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning for Franklin and Murfreesboro over here in North Carolina. Gates, Hertford, Northampton, Southampton, and Suffolk counties are now under a severe thunderstorm warning in North Carolina. Get indoors and away from windows. Back to South Dakota, our biggest and baddest supercell still hanging out over Watertown, still not producing a tornado, thank goodness. But it's getting, it's still trying to, so we're going to hold on before we, give the all clear here. Yeah, these storms have a ton of fuel to work with. We've got some maxed out parameters here. That violent tornado parameter ended up being a pretty good way to pinpoint where we had the most likelihood for seeing a tornado, because it was literally right on top of that where the supercell formed. We continue to have a really favorable environment in place for storms to get much bigger and also continue to produce tornadoes.
Oh God, I'm kidding.
I'm on scene.
Wait.
Some of our biggest,
Good, Alex.
I finally figured it out.
Most impactful storm reports officially. This doesn't include the report from the
Structure
tornado.
fire.
Oh my God! No one cares. We're trying a game. Shut up.
But just some of the thunderstorm wind damage reports that have come in. Grain bins buckled near Sunburg. We had power poles down near Chokio. And then those are both in Minnesota. And then we had a large tree on a house out there in Mechanicsville, Virginia. Those are our 3 most impactful reports that we've heard, like kind of the official LSRs. More of those are going to come in as we learn more about what happened with the tornado there. And we're going to get a lot of reports, I think, as this line of storms goes through Minneapolis. That's going to hit a pretty populated area, so I would not be surprised at all if we got a lot of reports in.
Again, thank you guys so much. You guys are the ones that fund.
Storm fuel, storm supper, yeah, plenty of it out there. Minneapolis, should we be looking out for flash floods? Yeah, honestly. I mean, there's going to be some training situations that could happen here. If I show you the radar, you can see that you're about to get hit by this line of storms, but there's also a lot of storms behind that, and they're all kind of going west to east. So there's going to be some training, and flash flooding is definitely going to be on the table tonight in Minneapolis. So if you live in a flood-prone area, make sure you are ready to get to higher ground. But the first thing we're going to deal with is this big area of very strong winds that's about to come through. Brandon Kopic is showing us the front edge of that storm up there in Cottington County, South Dakota. Where's the tornado sniffer Brad Arnold? He is not out there right now. We'll probably hear a lot more from him soon, especially during hurricane season. Brad lives in Alabama, so Alabama to
a new tornado warning
Canada
has been issued.
Is hard to do every Thursday, you know. All right, here we go. We got a new tornado warning. This is for Hennepin, Sherburne, and Wright counties. Okay, so this is getting pretty close here to the Minneapolis area. Let's go over here and take a look at this on radar. We've got Annandale, Buffalo, and St. Michael now under a tornado warning for this area of rotation right here north of French Lake. This is moving towards Maple Lake, Buffalo, and St. Michael. Do we have anybody watching over here? If you know anybody out here, let them know that this is, this is a real deal. These storms are producing tornadoes today that are plumb scary. Okay, if we have more tornadoes like that, there will be more damage, and it's going to be, a bad day for whoever's involved. So we don't want anybody to be caught off guard. If you know somebody in this area, let them know what's going on here. Hennepin, Sherburne, and Wright counties in Minnesota, take shelter now. This is going to last for 30 minutes. We got a lot of places in the path of this one. We got the Monticello School, the Buffalo Hospital, the Buffalo Manor East Mobile Home Park, the Schroeder County Park Campgrounds, Cummings Field, the venue there is in the path, and the Buffalo Municipal Airport. So get indoors, away from windows, take shelter in the most interior, lowest floor, all that good stuff of your home or whatever sturdy building you're in. You don't want to be in a mobile home for this. And by the way, the Buffalo Manor East Mobile Home Park is a pretty big mobile home park that's directly in the path here. So take shelter now. This is in South Dakota, where there is another new tornado warning. This is for Cottington and Hamlin counties in South Dakota, right over the south side of town, Watertown. We've got another tornado trying to form right now. Look at this. This is radar. Big velocity couplet right here, south and east of the Watertown Regional Airport. If we have another tornado form, it's going to be right there. Dang. Yeah, that's not good.
Okay, you guys know what? Go ahead. Okay, well, there's a lot of moving pieces going on right now, but I saw you guys over there. I just didn't. Okay.
Yeah, we're still chilling here. It's rotating nicely in front of us, so if you want to come back up here, you can.
Copy that. Still same location on 36. I just got that rotation on radar just got pretty tight.
Just south of Watertown, too. I might pull up towards it here in a minute, but I got to take a leak first.
I do too, but I'm just going to hold it in case it drops here quick.
Yeah, so Watertown, you are under a tornado warning now. The whole town of Watertown. We've been talking about you for a while, but you're officially in that warning for the next 40 minutes. We got 22,000 people in there. So take shelter now. Here's a photo from Carolina Beach, North Carolina. Big time shelf cloud down there. We got some strong storms in Virginia and North Carolina tonight on top of what we've been talking about elsewhere. Lancaster, Ohio. I've seen all the reports. There's some crazy flooding going on in Ohio. We'll try to touch on that a little bit more as well. But Karma C, thanks for sending this in. Crazy flooding happening right now in Lancaster, Ohio. Additionally, Richmond, Virginia. We got some people watching here. Thank you so much, Clark B. Love the helmet. That's cool. And in Beaver Creek, Ohio, look at that crazy shelf cloud rolling right overhead. And then we've got this from the Storm Prediction Center, mesoscale analysis, violent tornado parameter out the wazoo here, right in front of our storm. Our storm that we're tracking here has all of the tornado fuel, the storm juice, whatever you want to call it. It has it all available to it. It's going through some mergers. We've got a lot of storms that are forming along this outflow boundary here, and they're all just kind of like diving into this parent supercell, and they're kind of like, messing with the balance at the base of the storm that it would require, that it takes to maintain a tornado consistently. And that's why we've lost the tornado for a little while. But it's not going to take much for another one to happen here. And remember, it's going to be strong if it happens. So hopefully everybody in Watertown sheltered. Also, we've got places like Appleby, Foley, and Kransburg in the path as well. Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey Ryan, so we have a very large funnel nearly touching the ground near Waterloo, or Watertown, or South Dakota right now. Storm chasers are seeing it right now.
All right, thank you so much, Elijah. Here's a view of that, I believe. We've got 3 storm chasers that are pretty close to this. Corey's on that. That's the base of the storm there. And then we've also got Storm Runner Media on this, and then Brandon Kopic's almost so close you can't see anything. He's right underneath it. But you can see what we're looking at here. The tornado might be trying to come down right now near Pelican Lake and Folly in South Dakota. Take shelter if you haven't already.
Big time wrapping rain curtains over there.
You live in Lancaster, Ohio? It's the Kroger on Main Street next to the hospital. Yeah, there's a lot of big time flooding going on in Ohio right now.
Yeah.
It's really not severe weather that's causing it. It's just training tropical downpours. Day after day of those, and you get the right one that drops the right amount of rain, you're going to get some flooding, 100%. And it looks like it's actually pretty bad out there. Weather intensity score right now is 95.
So it's in Minnesota. Wow.
And it looks like
nothing
we're
up
sticking
in
right
north,
around there
just
for
a
while.
lot in the south.
Let me pull that up. Yeah, so it's 96 right now. And our model that predicts how intense is the weather going to be over the next 30 minutes, we're no downtrend, no significant uptrend over the next 30 minutes expected.
Dang.
So things are going to get really interesting here as this storm's going to try to produce another big tornado. And then on top of that, we've got this other tornado warning that's going to, get into a pretty populated area.
The one
here.
the one near Minneapolis
I don't
isn't.
see any specific
There's nothing.
areas
There's
of,
absolutely nothing.
Convincing rotation.
That
right
why
now
did
in
they
this
even
one.
put out a warning?
Over here in Hennepin, Sherburne, and Wright counties in Minnesota, there's a tornado warning. You got to be taking shelter in Maple Lake, Buffalo, and St. Michael.
I'm gonna go back to my
Monticello,
other call.
Rockford. You got to be in there. But it's not like this other storm in South Dakota where it's like, oh, okay, here's where the tornado is going to be.
No, I was on
this
a
one
call
looks
with
more
friends
like
from
a
school.
big burst of wind with the potential for some spin-up tornadoes on the
I don't know.
front
I've
side
not
of that.
spoke to him in a month.
So that's what we're looking at here. But Minneapolis, don't
So
let
it's
your guard
been,
down. This
quite a
whole
while
thing's coming
since I
towards you
talked to him.
very, very soon.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to my call.
Apparently, the sirens are not going off in Watertown right now. Is that true, y'all? Dang. Yeah, go ahead, y'all. What are they saying in chat?
All right, Ryan. The chat's focus has now zeroed in on Watertown, Minnesota, with folks reporting funnels
Minnesota?
and heavy winds in the area. You also officially have beef with the entire population of Howard Lake, as you apparently just caused the frantic evacuation of their demolition derby mid-smash.
Oh, really? By the way, y'all, it's Watertown, South Dakota. Can't believe AI, man. This is why you never trust AI. They don't even know their states. Yeah, the rotation is just about to be over Interstate 29 now. So honestly, the most dangerous part of the storm is now past. It's moving past Watertown. So hopefully, I mean, if this thing's going to produce another tornado, which it looks like it's going to try to, hopefully that happens and it's far away from Watertown, because the farther away we get from there, the less likely it is that it's going to hit a bunch of stuff. Now, there's still plenty of stuff that it could hit out here. Once again, we got the Interstate 29. We got Appleby, Kranzberg, Goodwin. So we're not letting our guard down, but we are breathing a sigh of relief as this gets farther away from Watertown every second. Minnesota has a Watertown too.
Bro, I can't see anything on this road.
Oh, Minnesota has a Watertown too, and coincidentally, it is in the path of this storm over here. It's just to the west of Minneapolis. That's not the Watertown. That's not the Watertown that we're talking about. The Watertown that we're talking about is the one in South Dakota. Yeah, there's Watertowns. Anywhere there's water, you're gonna have a Watertown.
Oh, thank God for Connor.
Usually, I bet there's one in Florida, in New York. And we got a new warning in Florida. Speaking of Florida, we got a new warning down here. Severe thunderstorm warning for Hillsborough and Pinellas County in Florida, St. Petersburg. You guys are included in this. Over here near Tampa. And looky here, we got us a PDS rainbow alert visible on the Florida traffic cameras here. So yeah, y'all get ready for that. There's a strong storm happening right now in Florida. Severe thunderstorm, 60-mile-per-hour winds coming over there towards St. Pete Beach. In North Carolina, we got a severe thunderstorm warning for Durham, actually. So, man, I feel like every live stream that we've done, somebody needs to double check this. I'm just about positive that every live stream that we've done for the past, like, 5 streams, Raleigh, North Carolina has been involved. I don't think I've ever talked about Raleigh this much. And the funny thing is every time North Carolina isn't even the focus area. We're talking about North Dakota half the time, but there's some storm that happens in Raleigh at the same time. It's plumb wild. But you guys are just to the north and west of there is a severe thunderstorm warning. We also got a new severe thunderstorm warning for Montgomery, Moore, and Richmond counties in North Carolina. These are all for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts.
I couldn't see anything. So when you turned down the road, I was like, oh, thank God. Now I've got taillights to follow.
New severe thunderstorm warning out here for Kendi, Yohai, Pope, and Stearns counties in Minnesota as well. Some new damage reports coming in. We've already talked about this one, but in Sunberg earlier we had grain bins buckled by the winds, and then we had a 71-mile-per-hour wind gust earlier as well up here. We got new storms moving through. It's in this area where I wouldn't be surprised to see a flash flood warning issued very soon. All right, so we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning issued for areas closer to Minneapolis. Okay, so we got Carver, Hennepin, Wright counties in Minnesota now under a severe thunderstorm warning. This does not include downtown Minneapolis, but it does include Rockford and Montrose and Minnetonka. About 334,000 people here are now under a severe thunderstorm warning. So get ready for damaging winds and just all kinds of nasty stuff as this line comes in. Sorry. Let's see here. What kind of cameras we got? We're starting to get close enough to where we can see this thing. Now, Minnesota has great cameras. Not right now. The closer we get to Minneapolis, we should be able to see something. Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey Ryan, so this is a delayed report actually from about 30 minutes ago. So that storm that's going into Minneapolis really soon, about 30 minutes ago, a storm spotter on their own instruments recorded sustained winds of 70 miles per hour, and according to the report, they also measured a wind gust of 104 miles per hour. Now, we don't know if that is a true measurement or not. This was a storm spotter using their own equipment, so it is not like a National Weather Service or university weather station. But that is the report that we did have, was a wind gust about 30 minutes ago of 104 miles per hour from that storm.
Wow. Okay. Thank you, Elijah. That's a storm that potentially is going to cause some problems here soon near Minneapolis. Once again, severe thunderstorm warning for 28 more minutes. Take shelter now. Expect damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Here's some places that are in the path of this. So once again, it's not downtown Minneapolis just yet, but it is the Eden Prairie School, Maple Grove Hospital, Buffalo Manor East. Also, the Barker Park Reserve Campground, Cummingsfield, and the Buffalo Municipal Airport. Get ready for it. We got a daggone warning in Iowa. We got a severe thunderstorm warning in Iowa. These things are just popping up everywhere, man. Out here in West Point, this is Henry, Lee, and Van Buren counties in Iowa. We've got ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning for the next 27 minutes. So once again, get indoors and away from windows out there in Iowa. Big Stone and Traverse counties in Minnesota. You guys are also now under a severe thunderstorm warning. So take shelter now. Once again, indoors and away from windows. Back to South Dakota for our tornado warning here. Man, Watertown, you guys are getting hit hard right now by this storm. Thankfully, once again, the rotation is moving away from the town of Watertown. But it is becoming more, it's becoming stronger. It's becoming more robust as it rides down Interstate 29. Another tornado is going to try to happen here very soon as it goes down towards Goodwin. So get ready out there. This is a live look at that from Brandon Kopic's point of view. This thing's also got some huge hail with it. Probably probably golf ball to tennis ball size hail in there happening right now in Watertown. Speaking of Tampa in the St. Petersburg area, we got a severe thunderstorm warning down there, and this is a photo from Sand Hammy. I'm sorry if I don't know how to say your name, but thank you for sending this in. You can see that shelf cloud in the distance there as that severe thunderstorm moves on in. PixItRyanAllYall.com if you want to send in stuff. In Wright County, Minnesota, we got a tree on a power line.
Where you at, Meatar? Are you good?
We're watching a lot of these cameras that you see that are not the Storm Chaser cameras, the bottom 6, I guess. Those are all really close to Minneapolis. So we're starting to see, you're starting to see the flashes of light, the lightning there. And that's going to become more intense as the storm gets closer. This is a powerful storm that's approaching Minneapolis right now. By the way, tornado warning for Coddington and Hamlin counties in South Dakota is going to continue for 25 more minutes. Now it goes all the way down there towards Bemis. Okay, so Interstate 29, that's the main thing that's in the path of this one. Still not producing another tornado yet, but it's trying to. Look at this massive mesocyclone right in the middle of it. This chonker. Whole thing spinning here. 9 minutes remain on the tornado warning over here in Hennepin and Wright counties. So take shelter in Rockford and St. Michael if you haven't already. This is the storm that's getting closer to Minneapolis. By the way, we're up to about 132,000 people without power right now in Virginia. A lot of those are coming from Hanover County, Charles City, New Kent, places like Richmond City. So that line of storms is continuing to cause damage as it races down towards North Carolina. We just got a new severe thunderstorm warning in South Dakota for our big chonker of a storm back here. Watertown, you guys are under a severe thunderstorm warning for 40 more minutes. So we're expecting what's happening now to continue for maybe up to 40 more minutes, which is crazy to think about. You got lemon-sized hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds possible with this storm. I don't know. What's the hail? Is there a lot of hail right now in Watertown, or is this mostly heavy rain? What do you got? Are you guys... So what are you seeing out there? There was a 71-mile-per-hour wind gust at the airport in Cottington County, South Carolina. That's or South Dakota. Daggone it. That's the one that was right next to the town of Water, or in Watertown, pretty much. Yeah, it does not want to move a lot at all. Got family up there. 2-inch hail is confirmed. By the way, has everybody got their WeatherWise apps? Everybody got their WeatherWise apps out? These storms are not just impacting the United States. Okay, we've also got a pretty damaging and significant line of storms happening up here in Canada. If you've got the WeatherWise app, you can load up the CASDR radar up here near Dryden and look at this massive squall line that is racing across portions of Canada right now. And this is definitely doing some damage up here as it moves up towards Armstrong. I know we got tons of Canadians that watch. My goodness, yeah, this is a powerful, intense squall line of storms here, moving over towards Sturgeon Lake and Bell Lake. We got so many people that watch in Canada, and we're trying our best to expand and try to cover a little bit more of Canada. One thing that is going to be added soon here, I believe, to WeatherWise is the warning polygons. But we have the radar, and that's one of the more important things. But yeah, that's moving up there towards Armstrong. So this is connected to the same storm system that's impacting, portions of the United States right now. Down here near Minneapolis, you can see that we got the storm that's moving down to town right now. So yeah, if you want to use WeatherWise, it's free. It's free. I highly recommend downloading it. If you don't want to, that's fine. But it is a good app, and this right here is how you can get it. You can just scan that QR code. It'll open up your App Store or your Google Play Store. It'll automatically know what kind of phone you're on, and it'll take you to the place to download it. It's free. Why not? Why not? And you can follow along. If I'm not showing the right storm, if you're like, daggone it, Ryan, you're not showing the right storm. Well, you can load it up on your own, and stay tuned. We'll come back. We'll talk about it, but I've got to try to cover everything here. But yeah, it's a good app. Yeah, we did the QR code thing because I know a lot of yins watch on TV, on your TV screens. So you can just pull out the phone real quick, scan that, and we'll be good to go.
My goodness, you ain't kidding about the people under the overpasses. What the hell? All they're doing is putting themselves in harm's way.
They would just keep, especially the ones that are parked in there facing south. If they would just keep driving south, they drive out of the tornado warning.
User says, Ryan, just show the storm that I am interested in, please. I try really hard. Okay, we do a lot of work to try to figure out what most people are interested in, and we try to show that one more than the others. But like what it boils down to is we just got to focus on whatever is the most important thing, like whatever's about to hit the most people, whatever's the most life-threatening, you know what I mean? So sometimes it's a good thing that we're not talking about you. You know what I mean? Wow, look at this big tree down in, what is that, Buchanan County, West Virginia? Now that took some powerful winds. And we've got a nice plane photo. We always love these. This is from Josh G out there in Durham, North Carolina. My sister sent this picture from Durham of the severe storm at 8:03 p.m. on 7/27. Very cool. Very cool. Man, sometimes I just wish I was always in a plane. Just looking at clouds. You know, you guys ever had that thought? I should have been a pilot, I think. Checking back in on that storm in Florida. We got 18 minutes left on our severe thunderstorm warning down here. Stay indoors, away from windows. Back up here into North Carolina. Here's that storm. This is what it looks like on radar. Okay, so this is what it looks like in real life. This is what it looks like on radar. You see the resemblances here? Looks exactly the same if you ask me. This blob, real blob. But yeah, that's actually coming into the Chapel Hill area. It's probably going to stay to the south and west of the actual town of Durham. Severe thunderstorm warning continues down here for Cumberland, Hoke, and Moore counties in North Carolina for 18 more minutes. And then Montgomery, Moore, and Richmond counties for 32 more minutes. Back to Minnesota. Tornado warning up here in Hennepin and Wright counties continues for just 2 more minutes, okay? But we do have that severe thunderstorm warning with the tornado possible tag. That's in effect for 323,000 people out here just to the west of Minneapolis. That's going to stay in effect for the next 17 minutes. Downtown Minneapolis, you'll be next as far as being in a warning is concerned.
So I'm going to take my chances with it.
Carrie M's got some crazy photos of the tornado earlier near Watertown, South Dakota. Oh, oops, accidentally. Hold on, let me get that back real quick. Okay. Wow. That was a close call, Carrie. I'm guessing you were home here. I don't know, but like, that was definitely really close. But yeah, this was when it was at its largest, and it was doing significant damage over there to the west of Watertown, South Dakota. I was really getting worried about Watertown. But thankfully, the storm did not hit Watertown with the tornado, but it's currently getting hit pretty hard by the hail and the damaging winds. So I'm sure we'll still get some damage reports out of the actual downtown Watertown area of just from the crazy winds that we're having.
I am headed west on 22 right now. Where are you at right now, Meatar? Alright, guys, give me a sec.
Seriously suffocating here in Indiana? Yeah, it's hot. It is hot. Too hot. That's basically like all of our, like usually every week we make a video and it's about something. But here recently, everything that I've had to talk about is like, it's going to be hot, y'all. And that pattern is going to continue, but we're going to get into some more interesting stuff here soon. Unfortunately, it looks like we're going to have some tropical stuff. Not in the near future, but like things are setting up for a somewhat active tropical season. And we're going to get back into this kind of flow with the jet stream where we're going to have lots of mesoscale convective systems to talk about, potentially in the Great Lakes area and the upper Midwest. And it'll intermittently cool down every once in a while in some of the places that have been really hot here recently. Go ahead, y'all bot. Yeah.
The WIS just cracked 106. So yeah, It's getting real. That tornado-warned storm is booking it at 50 miles per hour toward the Twin Cities suburbs. Meanwhile, that supercell in South Dakota has already produced a confirmed tornado with catastrophic damage. And let's not forget the 104 miles per hour wind gust someone reported in Meeker County, Minnesota. The intensity score is about to dip for a minute as one warning expires. But it's a trap. Expect it to rebound hard when they issue the next one downstream. Pay attention.
It's a trap. Y'allbot's getting so smart. It knows everything. It heard Elijah talk about that. That's not recorded anywhere. Yeah, so we don't have the tornado warning in Minnesota anymore. That one was actually allowed to expire while Y'allbot was talking, but we still have the tornado warning in effect for Coddington and Hamlin counties in South Dakota for the next 13 minutes. Power lines are already being reported down around Watertown, South Dakota.
It actually looks like that little hook area is latched 100% on and even jogged with that boundary a little bit.
It's a trap.
Alright, I need water.
Yeah, here's that severe thunderstorm as it comes into Minneapolis. I'm going to try to see maybe some of these cameras can give us a view here.
I think the western side's going to be the last chance this thing has.
Watch me fill up the grid here. Boom. See, a lot of these have sky, which is always useful when you're trying to see clouds.
The base looks good over here, I'll give it that much. The base definitely looks good over here.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so we should see these cameras here get overtaken by a significant severe storm here soon. All the ones that I just selected are up here on the northwestern side of Minneapolis, but just because they're closest to the storm. But I would say the strongest part of the storm is going through Rockford right now and is moving down towards Medina and Plymouth. You guys are next in line.
Alright, chat, we're still moving west, still moving west.
Sorry, I'm reading. Yeah, so earlier when we had that tornado, it did destroy a farm, and then that's like the worst report that we've heard about so far as that tornado goes. And it was a powerful tornado, so we actually we came out pretty good on that one. But we still think that storm is capable of producing another tornado or storms that might form in the similar area because the parameter space is so high. We have lots of nadir juice. I mean, it just keeps getting worse. Look at this. 20? Is that? Yeah, violent tornado parameter up near 20. That's way higher than what it was earlier. So all the ingredients are in place. But still, even when you have stuff like this, everything has to come together pretty much perfectly for it to actually produce a tornado. But we've seen it happen once already. We are pretty sure it could happen again. And remember, a part of the storm system is going to continue to move. east. So this will also impact portions of Minnesota later. It's not just South Dakota that we're worried about today with the big tornado threat. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. Here's a live view of the storm over there. By the way, no tornado warnings currently. This is the storm over there near Dual and Hamlin counties in South Dakota, where we have that storm still in Watertown, now moving towards Castlewood and Clear Lake. It is still rotating, but not enough for a tornado warning at this point. Yeah, the storm that's moving out of Virginia Beach is getting a little bit weaker, but we still have a severe thunderstorm warning down here near Murfreesboro for the next 8 minutes or so. Our strongest storm on the board right now is the one that Brandon and Corey's on and these guys. So that's the one that we're going to kind of stick to for a little while, see if we get another big tornado out of it. It is possible. It is very possible. Go ahead, y'all.
Breaking news from the chat, Ryan. Your viewers on the ground in South Dakota are reporting the storm there now has 2 mesocyclones, so you might want to get your eyes on that. Also, the entire Twin Cities metro is getting extremely antsy, and if one more person named Joe asks about Ohio, I'm going to forecast a 100% chance of them needing a new hobby.
I feel like we've talked about Ohio as much as we could. We've got the flooding going on out there, and it's a result of non-severe storms. And those pulse storms that have led to the flooding are gone now. There's no storms right now. There's a couple over here in Western Ohio, but nothing to worry about. Things are lighting up a little bit more in Kentucky over here near my neck of the woods. So yeah, flooding, that's going to be a problem tonight, potentially in Kentucky and West Virginia, but things are calming down in Ohio. Once again, if we're not talking about you, it's a good thing normally. But yeah, there's a couple different areas of rotation in this storm in South Dakota. I'm noticing, at least in the upper levels, there's a little bit more rotation coming together with this storm that's approaching Dawson. You see we have a severe thunderstorm warning over here for Chippewa and Lac-Qui-Parle. I don't know if I said that right. But those counties in Minnesota, this one might have a tornado possibility to be concerned with as well as we go into the future. 21 minutes remain on that.
Okay, well, I guess happy first Storm Runner 2.0 tornado.
Lelo says, phone my family in southern Minneapolis. Thanks to this stream, y'all reliable. Thank you. Well, thank you for trusting us. Once again, we take this pretty seriously. So yeah, thank you for letting people know. The storm's getting closer to Minneapolis, by the way. Looks to me like the northern side of town's going to get hit hardest. Still can't see anything really on any of these traffic cameras. Lots of lightning. If you watch all of them at the same time, you'll see quite a few big flashes here. I think we're probably seeing the same flash, but you can see kind of the time differences. They're all, you know, just a couple seconds off. And that's why the flashes are moving around like that. But anyways, that's what it looks like around Minneapolis as the storm comes in. And we've actually got a decent view now of what it looks like actually where the rain is falling, if that makes sense. So here's what it looks like in, this is near the enclave at Medina. So that's what it looks like on the ground as the severe storm moves into Minneapolis. Here's a better view of that. So the reason I like to show stuff like this is because this gives you an idea of what it's going to look like when it gets to you. So if you're in Minneapolis, if you're in the path of this severe thunderstorm, this is what it's going to look like outside when it gets to you. This camera is in the same area. It's over there at the Medina Golf and Country Club. And the winds that are here are moving to the south and east towards Plymouth and downtown Minneapolis. Yeah, so the winds look pretty intense out there. And once again, this is associated with the severe thunderstorm warning that's in Hennepin and Wright counties in Minnesota. And this is moving to the south and east at about 38 miles per hour. Tornado possible, maximum winds up to 60 miles per hour. That looks pretty consistent with what we're seeing here. So our storm chasers are in the top row. Minneapolis is in the bottom two rows. The storm chasers are up on that storm in South Dakota. And then, you know, we're watching downtown Minneapolis for a strong storm that's coming in, potentially bringing about 60 mile per hour winds here soon. We currently have I repeat, no tornado warnings. All right, let's take a look at what the Storm Prediction Center is saying over here for southern portions of Minnesota. The severe threat is expected to develop eastward and southward across southern Minnesota over the next few hours. So we're just now starting to see the beginning stages of what will be our big wind event, I believe. That's going to continue to take place over portions of Minnesota tonight. So get ready for that. And also flash flooding. I think that's going to probably be a pretty big deal here as we get some training going on. Storms hitting the same areas over and over again. Here's what it looks like in Monticello, Minnesota from Jamie B. Here's another cool view from Citrus County, Florida. This is Eric. Some more ominous skies from Elizabeth City. This is Tommy in North Carolina. And then, wow, another shot of the flooding there in Lancaster, Ohio. Major flooding in Ohio today, thanks to the heavy tropical downpours that we've been having. No severe weather, really, but very heavy rain. Man, so the National Weather Service just issued a special weather statement for Minneapolis. There's a chance that they'll just do that and not have a severe thunderstorm warning. But I'm telling you what, this looks like a severe thunderstorm to me. This right here, what we're watching, these winds this is exactly what's about to come through downtown Minneapolis. I mean, once again, it looks like a severe thunderstorm to me. I don't know. What do you guys think? Does that look like a severe thunderstorm or what? You know, sometimes they'll issue a severe thunderstorm warning, and I'll be like, "What? This ain't even that bad." So I get it, you know. But like this one, if I had a storm like this hit, and somebody told me that we was under a severe thunderstorm warning, I'd be like, "Yeah, of course we are." So once again, this is what's coming into downtown Minneapolis right now. This is what it looks like on radar. So some of the strongest winds are over here between Orono and Medina. And then back there in South Dakota, Brandon's got a really nice view of an ominous cloud formation there. With our considerable severe thunderstorm that we've got going on right now. By the way, I'm hearing word from that big QLCS line that we're tracking up there in Canada. Radar is indicating up to 80-mile-per-hour winds on that line. So definitely a damaging line of storms moving through portions of Canada right now.
It feels a little cold, but it's definitely rotating in there.
By the way, in Cottington County, South Dakota, all the four-way
A new
stoplights
tornado
are out.
warning has been issued. Tornado warning has been issued.
At 19th Street,
New
First
information.
Avenue, and
This tornado
Watertown.
warning has been upgraded.
All right, Nebraska. Nebraska, a tornado warning has been issued in Nebraska. Let's go fly over to that real quick. National Weather Service has issued an observed tornado warning for Cherry County, Nebraska. Weather spotters confirmed a tornado. This has got 27 minutes left on it. Thankfully, there are no people here. Hardly. Okay, we got 21 people in the polygon. Need to take shelter now if you happen to be one of those people. This is a dangerous storm for Cherry County, Nebraska. Okay, I can't tell much about it via radar. There's definitely some rotation there, but apparently weather spotters have confirmed a tornado down here in Cherry County, Nebraska. Take shelter now. Also, up here in southern portions of South Dakota, we got some big storms popping up, moving up towards Millboro and Winter. So we got lots of storms popping up in Nebraska, too. Our biggest severe thunderstorm warning right now happens to be the one down here in North Carolina, Moore and Richmond counties, down here near Seven Lakes. Get ready for some 60-mile-per-hour winds. Winds probably stronger than this, or probably about as strong as what we're seeing here in Plymouth, Minnesota right now, where we don't have a severe thunderstorm warning, believe it or not. That's right, Minneapolis, you got a big storm coming in. It's not severe warned, but it's still going to pack a punch with those strong winds. So get ready for that. And then this is that storm that is definitely severe warned. This is the one that Brandon is on. Up here in Cottington and Hamlin counties in South Dakota. This is warned for 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. It is moving out of Watertown now, so things should start getting a little bit more calm in Watertown here soon. that a boat? That was a boat.
It's got a weird feeling to it right now. It really does. If I zoom out, oh, I can't zoom out. That is zoomed out. But over here, you guys look at that aqua-ish color. That's the back side of the hook right here. That's where rain and hail is getting pushed out. But our area of interest is right here.
You're listening into Brandon Kopic there a little bit. Back to Minnesota, where we've got our storm about to come into Minneapolis right now. It's weakened a little bit, but it's still strong, and it's moving into New Hope right now. We got a little bit of rotation here on the front end of this. There's this little bitty hook that's been quite persistent on the front side of this. It's not enough to warrant a tornado warning or anything like that, but still something to watch here as it goes into Crystal and Columbia Heights.
I wouldn't say tornadic. It's getting there. Yeah, there definitely is. I thought somebody just walked up behind you. I was like, oh no.
I got a camera right under that hook, and there's not a lot going on there, so
I can't say it looks all that tornadic right now.
it's good. It's a good sign.
Full thing. Take it.
Yeah, so all the stuff I'm showing, this is what you can expect in downtown Minneapolis soon. I'm seeing some pretty strong winds.
A
move
new
through
tornado
here.
warning has been
But
issued.
We're not under a severe thunderstorm warning currently.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We did just get a new tornado warning in South Dakota, and that's for the storm that Brandon Kopic's on and all these guys.
So we're watching this area in between for any sort of tornadic development. Yeah, there definitely is.
So here you go. Tornado warning now in effect for Coddington and Hamlin counties in South Dakota. For 37 minutes. You can see the rotation picking back up here, north and west of Castlewood. So Castlewood is included in this. We want to get indoors and away from windows. You want to take shelter underground, preferably. Put as many walls between you and the outside world as possible. We got 1,600 people in the path here. We've got front row seats to whatever happens. We've got 3 of the best storm chasers out there, literally right on this thing. And if there's going to be a tornado here, we'll see it. And this is the storm that's in that. It's bathing some significant tornado, ingredients. So I would not be surprised at all if we saw, or if we didn't see a tornado, or if we did see a tornado. Sorry, I got that all messed up, didn't I? Oh, Steph, do we have a shelf cloud? We got a shelf cloud at the weather house.
Isn't that nice? Aren't you so glad you got lights?
Can we see it? Oh, we can. Y'all, go over to the weather house camera on WeatherWise. And look at this chonker. It's about to hit us.
But that's just so nice because it's basic without having to have like the full bar on, you know?
My wife sent me a picture. She's like, I knew this wasn't a normal cloud when I called it a shelf cloud. But anyways, yeah, this is happening right now over here. The cool thing about this, real quick, Radar 101, there's not a storm associated with it, but you see this little line here, this outflow boundary? A storm that did happen to our north is just pushing some cool air down, and that's what's going on there. Very cool stuff. Definitely not nearly as strong of a storm as what's hitting Minneapolis right now. Here's what it looks like in Plymouth, Minnesota. Yeah, so if you come over to the WeatherWise app and you click the little pancake stacks and you turn has cams on, you'll see all kinds of tower cameras and stuff. And one of them's over here in eastern Kentucky. You click that, and you'll see the weather house camera. You'll see this big, nice shelf cloud coming over. That's also free. All right, so scan the code. Scan the code if you want WeatherWise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Let's go back to our storm in Minneapolis that we're watching. I still can't believe that we don't have a severe thunderstorm warning on this. I mean, it's definitely not the worst storm ever, but it's certainly severe.
I hate when I sit somewhere too long. I need to get him to fix that. Yeah, this thing definitely looks good. It is looking healthy. It's getting more healthy. We're probably going to have to go a little bit further south.
Well, we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning just to the west of Minneapolis. Here we go in Carver, McLeod, and Meeker counties, Dassel and Cocado and Montrose. You guys are all now under a severe thunderstorm warning for 33 more minutes.
Probably on 450 and then go east on either 183 or 185.
So get indoors and away from windows. We got 30,000 people in that warning. Strongest winds right now are probably between Kingston and Dassel, moving towards Howard Lake and Stockholm. In my opinion, just from what I can tell from radar, there's stronger winds with the storm that's coming into Minneapolis right now. So if you're on the north side of town, New Hope, Columbia Heights, and places like that, you got to get ready for some potentially damaging winds here. I'm going to try to put us a couple more cameras up here.
After this car passes, I'm going to flip a Yui. I'm going to go south and then east.
You guys can watch the grid fill out as I do that. Yeah, so this is what it looks like out there right now near New Hope, Minnesota. This is coming up towards Columbia Heights, Roseville, downtown Minneapolis, and New Brighton. Get ready for it. Hey, there's about 100 of yous watching the Weather House camera now. You're about to miss the shelf. It's about to go out of view of the camera.
I'm actually going to keep going east. The rotation's rapid right here next to us. I'm going to keep going east at least a little bit, and then I'm going to go south coming up. It's definitely getting better up there, Chad. Like, this is the area of interest right there. Oh, I just yeeted my microphone, apparently. Apparently, it just decided to rejoin us.
Go ahead, y'all bot. What do you got?
All right, Ryan, quick update from your digital co-pilot. The entire Minneapolis Metro is officially in the chat, reporting house-shaking thunder and a ridiculous lightning show from Brooklyn Park to Woodbury. On a more serious note, we're hearing scanner reports of a possible touchdown in Kandiyohi County, and people are getting very concerned about the Wilmar area. And to Adam and Dayton, the entire stream is now emotionally invested in the safety of your tomato plants.
Y'allbot knows so much about what's going on. Half the stuff it says doesn't even make sense. I'm sure like that's taking place in the chat, but I've got no idea. By the way, they've got Minneapolis is now under a severe thunderstorm warning. So downtown Minneapolis, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning. Got 1.5 million people now getting in on some 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. And this is what it looks like out there in pretty much in downtown Minneapolis, just to the north of it. So we're going to continue to watch the storm come through here. Back over in South Dakota, Brandon continues to have a good view of the tornado-warned storm back there. So we're going to watch him as well. Looks like we might have lost power near Golden Valley. A lot of those cameras are down currently. But yeah, this is what it looks like in Minneapolis right now. So the strongest winds are currently over here between Plymouth and Brooklyn Park, moving down towards Roseville and St. Paul. Okay, so this is definitely going to knock out power in a couple different areas. So you're going to want to get ready for this. So yeah, most of these cameras are right there near New Hope, near Crystal, the North Memorial Medical Center. So everything that you're seeing here is pretty much going to be moving down towards St. Anthony West, St. Anthony, Columbia Heights, Falcon Heights, and all these places over the next couple of minutes. Oh, is this y'all bot? That's cool. Thank you for sending that in, Caitlin. Yeah, if you're not, so people in the chat are saying nothing's happening in Minneapolis. Like, give it a couple seconds. If you're actually in downtown Minneapolis, it's going to take a second for it to get there, but it's going to hit all at once. It's going to look about like this. Up to 60-mile-per-hour winds are certainly going to be possible. Maybe a couple gusts even higher than that. Wouldn't be surprised at all. But this is definitely where the strongest part of the storm is happening right now, near New Hope. Now, there's certain places out here that might, like Shakopee, Eden Prairie, Prior Lake. I don't think that you guys are going to get hit at all, really. But we've got some really intense-looking gusts coming through Minneapolis, especially on the north side here. It's going to continue to move down towards St. Paul. You know, that it's heading your way as well. Oh, no. Do you have people... We do. Is this what I think it is? People are blocking the road in the overpass? That is what's happening there, isn't it? Oh my goodness. How does this happen everywhere? Is this a common thing? This has been happening our whole lives? And nobody has been like, hey, like, let's not do that. That's crazy. Imagine being under the overpass and having like a million people like honking their horns behind you, and you're just like, you could pull forward, but you're just like, nah. There's some hail out there, so I'm not gonna get in it. Finders keepers. I found this overpass. That's plumb wild. Come on, Minneapolis. Oh, they're tuned in. They're listening. They're listening. They're moving. Thank you, guys. Somebody was tuned in. They was like, Yeah, I'm just going to park right here in the middle of the road. We'll watch some Ryan Hall, y'all, while the storm rolls by. I'm glad I could clear that up. That's crazy. That is. I just can't. I just can't believe that that's something that happens.
Man, it looks like Ben got some incredible shots too.
Yeah, it's clearing up now. Here's another look a little bit closer to downtown Minneapolis as the winds get closer. Once again, we're going to see potentially damaging winds move right into the Columbia Heights and downtown Minneapolis area here. If you haven't seen those winds start yet, they're going to very soon. This is what it looks like right now in the Columbia Heights area. Specifically, this is, I'm going to get really specific here. If you know where Columbia Heights welcomes you, if you know where that little thing is, right next to the Legends of Columbia Heights area near MPLS Make, that's where this camera is. So this pocket of heavy rain and strong winds is moving down towards St. Anthony, and then it's going to hit Roseville. Roseville, you're not getting anything right now, but you're about to get hit pretty hard by these damaging winds. I'm traffic camera chasing again. It's become one of my favorite pastimes. Yeah, the heaviest part of the storm right now is right over the Columbia Golf Course. That's where I think that we're probably seeing some damaging winds and maybe even the largest hail. If we're seeing any hail greater than 1 inch in diameter, that's where it's happening right now. Yeah, there's a couple places where we might have lost power here because I'm not getting anything. Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey Ryan, so we actually do have recorded hail in Minneapolis of 1.75 inches in diameter. So that severe thunderstorm warning has been upgraded to a considerable severe thunderstorm warning for that reason.
Okay, wow. Yeah, so we've got a considerable severe thunderstorm warning now for Minneapolis. So let me show you the what that looks like on radar. Once again, that's mostly the northern side of town that's getting hit here. 1.75 inch hail, golf ball size hail, 60 mile per hour winds, considerable damage threat here as the storm comes in. Once again, the biggest part of it right now is happening between New Hope and Roseville. It's moving over towards St. Paul. Here's that report, 1.75 inches recorded here within the last little bit. And this is what that looks like on the ground. Just to give you a heads up, just to kind of let you know what we're going to get in on here. If you're in Roseville, it's just about to start right now.
No, there's just too many trees. Connor, what's your vantage point like? I got too many trees over here.
Not great. A lot of hills. A lot of trees.
Go ahead, y'all bot.
Copy that. I can go further south then.
Hold on to your radar, Ryan. The chat is collectively losing its mind over the highway blocking party happening under that Robbinsdale overpass, and they're about to send in the underpass turkeys to sort it out. The other big story is the northern Minneapolis metro getting absolutely hammered, with tons of reports of hail, wild winds, and power outages popping up from Robbinsdale to Fridley.
Yeah, power outages, that's definitely happening. That's definitely happening. It's going to get worse. Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey Ryan, so we may actually soon get a flash flood warning for Watertown, South Dakota, the town that we just were having all the tornadoes with earlier. There are several highways and roads in Watertown that are flooding, and vehicles are being stalled out on the roads right now. So we don't have a flash flood warning yet for Watertown, but that may be coming very soon given how many vehicles are stalling out and how many roads are flooding.
Okay. Thank you very much, Elijah. Watertown, South Dakota, place that we've been talking about a lot today, might be getting a flash flood warning here soon because of how much this storm is just kind of parked here. And we talked about how, you know, this looks like a flash flooding setup. We still have the risk for a tornado. We got a tornado possible, severe thunderstorm warning to the south of Watertown, but we've also just had a significant amount of waterfall in Watertown. You know, just as a result of the heavy rain. We're going to continue to have this problem tonight. I think places like Granite Falls, Montevideo, all the way over there to Minneapolis, honestly, need to be prepared for some sort of potential flooding tonight, as that same thing could happen just about anywhere with this kind of setup. Our most immediate concern is obviously going to be the damaging winds in Minneapolis, though, as we continue to see just pretty crazy looking stuff, honestly, through the traffic cameras. See, these people are pulled off on the side of the road. This is great. No problems with this. It's when you do it under an overpass and you block everybody from going by. That's when it is a little bit of a problem, I think. You know. Dang, dude. This is a pretty intense storm going through Minneapolis right now. I'm having a hard time keeping up with where to put the camera, because there's so many good options here. There's quite a bit of wind happening, probably some damage happening right now between St. Anthony and the Francis Gross Golf Course. From what I can tell, that's where the strongest winds are happening right now. Things are starting to let up in Plymouth and New Hope and Brooklyn Park, and things will continue to get better there. But right now, the heaviest part of the storm is moving into Roseville. So get ready in Roseville. Go ahead, Y'allbot.
The intensity just ticked up to 91, Ryan, and it's not done climbing. The big story is Minneapolis getting absolutely hammered by a storm with spotter-confirmed golf ball-sized hail. That's a warning covering almost 1.5 million people. Meanwhile, a different supercell has a tornado warning on it in Hamlin County, South Dakota. I'm forecasting this whole situation gets worse before it gets better. Don't blink.
All right. Thank you, Y'allbot. That South Dakota warning, that was just allowed to expire, that tornado warning. The only tornado warning that we have currently, I believe, is the Nebraska one. Not Nebraska, sorry. It is the South Dakota one. Yeah, the Hamlin County, South Dakota remains under a tornado warning for 14 more minutes. My bad. This is what that storm looks like, by the way. Brandon Kopic's on it out there. We're still tracking it on radar. That's what it looks like on radar. Rotation's a little bit more broad. But we're going to continue to check back in on this as we, kind of focus on the Minneapolis storm. As soon as this is past Minneapolis, we're going to lose the ability to see it.